right. So what do you want to look for today?
I think mainly the mid slash late game macro.
Okay.
I think my early game is quite good in my opinion, and when we move to like mid late game, I feel like I'm falling off, and also I'm still deciding my permanent champion pool as well as a rune play.
A what?
The rune play, like which runes I'm gonna
Oh,
use
okay. I
against.
see. I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So is there a specific game you want to be looking at, or do you want to be first talking about the champion pool and stuff, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, we can start with champ pool.
Okay.
I'll try to look for a good game or a game where I feel like could have been better, maybe. Yeah, so I'm usually now I'm playing like Yasuo, Annie, and Ivia,
Mm-hmm.
but a friend of mine told me like Yasuo and Annie, like Anivia is completely different from Yasuo because my main champion has been Yasuo for yeah all the time basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my Yasuo is pretty good. But the playstyle is more fast paced, while Anivia being in control mage is just completely different. So I feel like I should maybe switch that to Silas or something.
Well, first of all, what I can say is that your friend is very right. They are completely different champions.
Yeah,
This is not necessarily an issue, but what you want to be asking yourself is what do you like to play the most?
a
If you
fast paced gaming.
Okay, so if you
Yeah,
like to play Yasuo and you're looking to get very high elo, you're probably gonna want to play champion that you enjoy and not play thousands of game of champion that you don't enjoy.
yeah,
So the first thing to be aware is that enjoyment is the most important thing. Because if you're not enjoying the game, you're not gonna be improving as fast because you're not gonna be as interested.
yeah,
You're not gonna be as curious as you could be. You're not gonna be enjoying as much. You're gonna be tilting more. So you definitely want to be playing what you enjoy the most.
yeah,
Now,
definitely.
why are you saying that you should replace Yasuo with something else?
Anivia, I think I should maybe replace Anivia.
Okay, okay. But why do you say you should replace?
I feel like I'm not really good on Nivea. I like it's for me it feels very slow.
Okay, I see. But my question is more, why don't you just drop Anivia and not replace it?
Yeah, yeah, true. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I don't have the balls to play Silas yet in ranked.
Well, I mean, sure, okay, but that's not my question. My question is, why do you want to have three champions on your champion pool?
Uh, I feel like three or maybe two or three is the sweet spot.
Okay,
I don't want an OTP. I want to be able to choose if Yasuo gets banned, for example.
okay, that's fine. Is
What do
that
you think
some?
is the good amount of champs?
Well, my opinion is that the smallest is the best.
Yeah, so like
So,
2-3 is fine.
well, one is better.
Yeah, just OTP?
Well, I'm gonna explain to you why. On my opinion, first of all, when you're learning a champion, you're not learning the game, you're learning the champion. You're not, when you're like trying to learn how the champion should be functioning, you're not thinking about how can I impact the map, what is the next objective, where is the enemy support roaming, how can I dive the top laner on the big slow push that is happening right now? Can I match my wave with his? Can I help him? Can I help invade? I need to be managing my wave to help on the scuttle fight. You're not thinking about all of this. You're thinking about how what is my champion wants to be doing, how can I use my abilities and stuff. Like you're not thinking about your game,
Right.
you're thinking about the champion.
Yeah, true.
So to be able to play a champion in a way that you don't have to think about it, the best thing is to have a lot of champion mastery on it. You just
Yeah,
know your champions inside out. The second best thing is to play a very simple champion. It
yeah,
doesn't mean that you cannot play hard champions. It just means that it's going to be slower,
yeah.
which is not
It takes way
necessarily an
longer.
issue. It's not necessarily an issue. It's just different.
Yes.
Now, you're saying I want to play three champions. Well, sure, I don't mind. But if the reason behind you want to play three champions is just I enjoy playing two champions, sure, go for it. But if the reason is I think it's better, then my opinion is it's not.
Okay. Okay.
Because
All right.
now, because now instead of just having one champion that you need to know inside out, now there is three champions that you need to know inside out.
True.
And
Yeah. True.
it's not only you don't need to know them, it's also you need to put the time and the effort of keeping the muscle memory in your brain, keeping the knowledge in your brain. Because if you don't play a champion for 2 years, you're not gonna know at all the champion anymore. It's not something that you learn. You don't everything need to
Yeah.
maintain. So you always have to maintain the champions. So if you have to maintain three champions instead of one, you're now spending three, three times as much time, if that makes sense, as if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
only
Yeah. It
had
makes
one.
sense. Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
So this is the
Intermediate
reason
is
why
pretty
I
hard.
think yes, and also Yasuo is very hard. Yes. So this is the reasons, the main reasons why I think just having the smallest champion pool possible is the best. Now, Yasuo is banned a shit ton.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
realistically, it's not possible for you to just play one champion because you play Yasuo and
Yeah.
it's just banned so many times. Usually, when
Or
people are
picked.
maining,
Yeah.
yeah, usually when people are maining champions that are not that popular, I'm just telling them if you ever get banned or picked against, which should not happen, but I'm gonna explain why.
Yeah.
If you ever get banned, just dodge. And the reason why I'm saying it shouldn't happen often that you get picked against is because I should the main thing I should also tell you is first pick every game because you want to be counterpicked because you want to have the experience of playing difficult matchups because it's where the
Yeah.
learning goes. Like
Okay.
you're not gonna learn as much on a game where your jungler is 20-0 at 10 minutes.
True.
But
Okay.
if you're 0-5 or if you're 5-0 and everyone is losing, well that's a hard game.
Yes.
That's a game where you need to step up and you need to play correctly and perfectly to win the game.
Yeah.
So that's why. Now, for
Okay.
Yasuo, it's
So
not realistic because like every 3 games it's banned. I'm actually surprised that you managed to play it 65% of the time.
yeah, it's not getting banned in my games.
Well,
I
that's good.
think if because when I'm hovering Yas, it's 5 less bans maybe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, the second thing I would say is if you cannot be playing only one champion because you play a champion that is banned a lot or picked a lot,
Hmm.
the second thing I would advise is play a champion that is very similar.
Hmm.
So the obvious answer is Yone
Yeah. Yes.
because he's very similar.
Yeah.
Although he is also a difficult champion. Not as difficult, but still a difficult champion. And to be completely honest, I'm not very familiar with the AD champion pools of mid lane. So I'd
Okay.
be having a very difficult time to help you out on who to pick instead.
Hmm.
That's the thing that you're gonna have to think yourself. But
Yeah.
as long as you apply the thing that you want to be picking a champion that is as simple as possible, as close to your main, and that you don't want to be spending too much time. Because, like, basically, the idea is that you pick it if you don't have a choice. Because if you have a choice, you instantly pick your main.
Right.
Because you want to be learning, and learning is through your main, always.
Yeah.
If you want to change main, that's fine, but you need to be understanding that what you're going to be doing the next 100 games is learning the champion, not learning the game.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, so that's all I had to say about this.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
All right. Yeah, maybe only like, what do you think about Silas instead of Yone? Because it's an AP champ. Still melee, high pace ish.
The first thing I would say is I don't care if it's me, it's AP or AD, because you're gonna play Ace Yasuo regardless.
Right. Yeah.
Because the question
Okay.
is not about how you can you win game. The question is how can you improve, and improving
Yeah.
is not about winning games. It's completely
True.
unrelated.
Yeah, I can understand that. All right. Yeah. No, then I have no questions.
But yes, I still think Silas is better than Annie because it's closer.
Yeah. Yeah. True. And he's just way easier for now.
I mean, maybe for an AD millionaire, it's probably easier. Yes. Okay.
All
If you
right.
don't have any other questions, I think we can just hop on a game.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do
Which
that.
one do you want to look at?
Um, let me check. Um, yeah, I think two of the defeats they are because of a dodge, so that's not really interesting. Um, yeah, this was dodged. Let me check this one. I think this. Oh no, this one was also a dodge.
What do you
Hmm.
mean by also dodge?
Yeah, my top laner left the game twice
Okay.
in two game. Two of the defeats here they are because top lane left the game, and then we just FF'd. I mean, I didn't FF, but three of the other people FF'd. Okay, maybe the 3-3-2 game at like July
This one?
3rd of July. Yeah, that one.
Okay. By the way, I don't think this is necessarily an issue to look at games that were having an AFK, but I don't. I
No,
don't
you
care.
don't. It doesn't matter.
I mean, realistically, it doesn't matter, no, because your thought process would be the same. You just
Yeah,
lose the
true.
game. That all. That's the only difference.
Yeah. We can maybe look at the early game a little bit,
Okay.
just a little bit. So maybe you can see some key things there.
Okay. So you want me to just look a bit at the early game, and if I don't see that much, I'm just looking through mid games.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
preferably.
Okay. Midi against midi. Ooh. That's very random. Yeah, I was gonna say I would be careful about those kind of things
Yeah,
because, well, if the ADC is here, it means that there is at least one person more,
yeah.
and that puts you in a tough spot for the game. Oh my god. Okay, so you're hard pushing. I think I'll have a difficult time to know exactly the insides out of midi champions because I don't play midi at all.
Okay.
So I think the laning phase is I'm gonna have a hard time to.
Because it's just completely different.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
The only thing that I don't really know, but do you always take Q at level 1?
Yes, I do actually, but for some reason more people use E first, but I don't understand why.
Well, well, for melee matchups, I would assume that Q is better, even though I don't know. But for range matchups, I've not seen a single Yasuo taking Q. And every time I see a Yasuo taking Q, I'm happy.
Yeah, really?
Yes. Well,
And what do they start? E.
yes.
Okay, interesting.
Let me show you something.
I always wondered about that because I use u.gg
Mm-hmm.
and it always told me to go E first, but I don't know why.
Well, if you don't know why, the first thing is to look at the challenger replay. So that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Challenger replay.
Right.
Oh, what is going on? What is going on? Please. Thank you.
It's changing view.
Okay.
All right.
So E is taking E, obviously.
Yeah.
This is why.
Right.
Like, I don't need to look more. Like, this is why. It has so much pressure in the early game. Like, Syndra cannot be playing the game.
Yeah. They cannot just farm. They cannot farm.
No, they can't do anything. And, like, so whenever you're a melee match, you're like a champion that is range against a melee matchup, the rule is you push in the early game because you're stronger. There is like two exceptions, which is Aurelia and Yasuo, because they are so strong in early game that they can just freeze level 1.
Yeah.
So this is what he is gonna be constant. I mean, like, this is like random stuff, but he is gonna be constantly pressuring her from level 1.
He's just not waving. Just only freeze.
Yes. Look at this. Like, you have the strongest level 1 in the game.
Yeah.
The early game of Yasuo is disgusting. So
yeah, true.
this is why you take E, especially in range matchups. No, I didn't want to say that you should take E in melee matchups because I don't know. But
Yeah.
there is a very simple way of doing this: is that you just tap Ekko, and you see what people are doing. It's very simple. This guy, I don't know who this guy is, but maybe you do.
Nope.
And
Yeah, he
let's see,
starts
he's level
Q.
1. He starts Q. Well, that doesn't surprise me because, I mean, he is going to be forced to walk up anyway. But I don't know, maybe everyone is doing this. I don't know.
Yeah.
But regardless, yes, in range matchup, you take E. Okay, that's great. It's unfortunate that you got a tower shot, but that's okay. I would have slow pushed this. Okay, so right now, yeah, I definitely think you could have avoided the tower shot.
Mhm.
Here you do a little step back and then you E.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
Yeah, it's just like you don't realize that you're in range right now.
Yeah.
Which is,
He walked back.
yeah. I mean, no. It doesn't change anything. Your range is fixed, right? So
Yes,
it's not
true.
him that walks back. Is that you put an auto right now, and you should have been placing yourself like a bit here.
Mhm.
That's it. Okay, so that's unfortunate because you don't win as much as you could have been winning. But now you need to freeze this, not freeze, but slow push, because the longer he stays there, the longer you're gonna be stacking the wave, and maybe your jungler is gonna have an idea of, oh, this is diveable,
Yeah.
or something like this. And even if you don't, right, he's gonna lose CS by if you let it the wave slow push. He's gonna maybe try to walk up and then you can go on him. Like, there is a lot of things that could happen.
Yeah.
Regardless, if he's staying, you slow push. If he's recalling, then you push. Because now he's getting all of this farm for free.
Yeah.
And I would definitely not recall there. The reason why you're not recalling there is this guy is out of the game and you're destroying him and you're letting him recall for free. Because now when you look at it, he's going to push the wave and oh, he recalled. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So he didn't
So,
lose any wave.
yeah, exactly. He didn't lose anything, which is crazy. Because like everything you had to do is that you place yourself here and let the wave stack on your side and then let the wave come to you and then you freeze here and he will have to use TP.
Yeah. True. So you slow push by just kind of freezing, right?
What do you say?
You slow push by just kind of freezing, right? Like.
What do you mean? You so push by freezing?
Like how do you slow push? How do you
You
set up a
last
slow
hit the
push?
minions without dealing more damage that you need to just last it.
Okay.
I don't think it makes sense to say you slow push by freezing, because freezing means that it's not pushing. So slow pushing is not the same as freezing. Slow
Yeah,
pushing is
yeah,
just like freezing is having like more CS on the side, while slow pushing is you have more CS, but you're not hitting the enemy wave, so you let the wave
yeah,
slow push.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Which is the difference between the fast push, which means that just eating like you're pushing as fast as you can.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of wave you don't want. You want the wave on your side. So this, I would instantly crush the wave as fast as I can. Nice. I would drop a ward. That's good. And I would not go for this because that's there are 3 and you're 2. So that's not gonna work. That's unfortunate you drop the ward because the ward is useless basically.
Mm-hmm.
And now I would freeze this. I would drag the wave out because you're so strong that I don't. Are you so strong that he cannot fight you? Because I feel like you are, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think so, but maybe with. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure
You're
actually. I
not quite
think
sure.
so,
Okay,
maybe.
so that's fine. But I think it's still a mistake because you being here makes him crush the wave. But if you were here, he would have been stuck because you go here and zone him off because he needs to respect you, and then now you freeze the wave like this, and then you keep the
Mm-hmm.
wave here, and every time he tries to throw a Q, you just walk up, and if he doesn't respect you, you just go on him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Now you need to crush this wave and do the same thing again to set up a freeze. Okay, so you need to be here. You need to be here, and yeah, okay, so Yasuo is very, very bad at using prio. He's like one of the worst champion at using prio, and this is kind of an issue because he always does have prio.
Is it really? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there is not a single champion that is stronger in lane than Yasuo. Like, Yasuo is the strongest champion in mid lane. In early game.
Uh-huh.
And every single champion is so scared of him that basically no one is daring to just push because they're gonna get frozen and die.
Right.
So people are like when you play against the Yasuo on the very first wave, like you remember like there is like three minions here, 3 minions here, 3 minions here, 3 minions here, and those 3 are dying at the same time as those.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm playing a range champion, which I'm always am, and I'm playing against Yasuo, and Yasuo is not looking to last it those CS, I'm gonna give those 3. I'm not gonna last it them.
Really? Your own minions?
Yeah. The reason why I don't is because if Yasuo drops those 3 CS, and I don't, well now it's slow pushing to him, and I die.
Yeah.
So as long as
Okay,
Yasuo
yeah.
doesn't hit the wave, I'm not allowed to hit it back. Because if I do, I instantly die. Like one auto is basically game over. Like lane is over for me as a range
Just
champion.
when he freezes, you cannot do anything anymore.
Yep, there is no way for me as a range champion. Like let's say for example as Syndra, there is no way that I can unfreeze it ever. My only chance is just calling my jungler.
Interesting.
That's unfortunate. You tried to dive.
Yep. Yeah.
And you were like barely out, barely in the tower range. It's very unfortunate. But it's some limit testing. I don't care. It's fine. I don't mind. Okay, I would hard push this because he took the plate, so I would definitely hard push this. But I kind of feel like you're hard pushing every wave regardless. Well, this is the Yasuo syndrome of people have so much control that they just get bored and push.
Yeah. Yeah, seems legit.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Like, why do you push right now?
I
Like
don't know,
this
actually.
Q is completely unnecessary. There is no reason for it. I mean, maybe the reason is I want to push to move, but I would argue, are you gonna gank this? Are you gonna like maybe your jungler is looking for Drake? Okay, then you push. But that's the only reason why you don't want to be pushing just to be pushing. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
So if you have a reason for you to push and have something to do, then sure. But okay, now you're pushing. Let's look at what you do after pushing. Yeah. You did
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, push another wave.
Yeah, and then you just push into the wave, and then you're gonna do the same thing again. You just okay. Here you have prio for the Drake. I mean, you kinda don't, but so here they're looking for to do Drake, right?
Yeah.
So right now I would definitely push this wave, and then place myself around here and stay here.
Yeah, not help.
No, why do they need help?
Yeah, they don't really.
Okay, now different question. Okay, you're gonna help them. Let's see what you do to help them.
Yeah, I move.
Oh,
I
they
lose all
really
the
needed this
movement.
Q,
Yeah.
right? Okay, and
Yeah.
a different thing is also okay. So this ward I don't mind. Like this ward is good. It gives you vision. I would have liked it a bit here because now I'm pretty sure they can hug this ward, right?
Yeah.
So be careful about this. But apart
Yeah, I
from
got this
this,
from
like
your video.
oh,
This ward. Yeah.
okay, all right. So yeah, um, so that's a good ward. But then you just like since you have the vision here, if the like you have vision everywhere. So if at some point you're like around here and the jungler is coming, you just help, and if you don't, you just go here, right? So
Yeah.
I will always be like place myself in a way that if something happens, like if let's say the jungler is looking to contest, I would always be the first because I would be placing myself here, and he would have to respect like around here, right? So it'd be like this, and then if something happens here, I just move first, and he needs to follow. And then
Yeah.
if I have a pink in here and I look to help the contest and he is following me, well, now I can just turn on him because he doesn't have vision.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And if nothing happens and you're here, well, now there is a wave, you just don't let him push.
Yeah.
And you keep your eyes here in case something happens. Because now you miss the prio, and now I'm Ekko. What do? I go top. Let's see what it does.
Yeah. Yes, he went top.
Yep. I mean, he kind of clutched it, but the reason why you could do this is because you wanted for some reason to kill the Drake, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying this
Yeah.
as a joke, of course, but
Yeah, but
what
imagine
I'm
the effect. Like.
yeah. What I'm saying is you don't want to be letting the prio if you don't need to let the prio. Like if something was happening here, sure, go help. But if nothing is happening, you don't want to let him push for free because now he can do something else on the map. And you don't want that. Right, I would definitely push this, and I think you have quite a lot of gold on you. Yep. Nice recall. You take the boots. You had enough to buy a pink. I would have bought the pink. Oh, my bad. I would have bought a pink.
Mhm.
Where were we? We're after Drake. Yep. Okay. So I would have bought a pink. Just because pinks are OP. It lets you play here and the jungler is gonna try to do something, but you just respect. And he loses so much time. And it gives info, it gives a lot of things. And it helps you play like a psycho. It also makes you, like if you have a pink like right now and the Ekko is here, and you just go help. Wait, does he face check? Because you know that he doesn't have vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
So right now you're pushing, but I don't think you have a reason to be pushing. I don't think there is... Oh, that's good, that's good. Okay, this pink was a bit troll to take, because now you're losing prio again. So if Ekko was here, I reset it. But if Ekko was here, he could have pushed, and now he has something, like he has prio, he can set up vision, he can go top, he can go bot, he can go help his jungler, he can do stuff. You don't want that. So the pink is... Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, no, he would have had prio regardless, but I would still not go for the pink, because now if he pushes, you just lose minions. Like, you just lose too much time.
True.
Yeah, you lose 2 CS because of the pink.
Yeah, it's not more gold. Is it?
No.
No.
You're kinda destroying him. I'm very sad that you're destroying him that much, but you never froze. Oh, you're dying actually. Well, unfortunate. I think it was just limit testing, so again, I don't care.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed that the Briar was really strong there. I mean, he had 6 kills.
Yep. Okay, yeah, you're completely smashing him. Yeah, there's not much you can do. Okay, so it's 14 minutes now. I would just go bot. You don't want to be staying
Yeah?
mid. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would just go bot. The reason why is because you're so strong inside lane.
yeah. I
Like
feel like giving the bot lane mid lane. I don't know. It feels off or something.
Why? Why does it feel off?
I think like I've seen many times that I swapped to bots and then my mid laner just solo kills the ADC and gets out.
Well, unfortunate, let's say. If you swap bot lane and the support goes mid, they are now 2v1. So, yes, technically they can die, but
They shouldn't.
they shouldn't. And
Yeah.
also they should have prio, and they will probably use your prio way better than you do, because first of all the support has wards, so you can ward everywhere. Second of all, support usually have setup, especially here, so it's easier. Third of all, the support definitely wants to be playing with the jungler, so he wants to be mid. So you want to be swapping basically as soon as you can.
14 minutes regardless of the turrets?
Well, if you're like smashing your lane so hard that you know that you're gonna get the first tower, I mean not the first tower but the mid tower, yeah, stay mid. But if you think that you can't take the first tower and you're not using your prio correctly, and you're like, and you know that if you swap bot, the bot lane is gonna protect your tower. It's okay, so if you go bot and the tower falls, that's not good. You want this tower to be alive. So if you need to be staying mid to keep this tower alive, you stay mid the entire game.
Yeah.
So basically, when you're playing a Nivea and your bot lane is 0-10, your bot lane is never approaching mid.
Yeah.
This is your mid lane. But
So if they're losing, then maybe not swap.
well, it's a question of who can keep this tower alive.
Okay, yeah.
This tower is the most important tower in the game because it prevents them from going in your jungle. You have so much control because here you're safe. Instead of if this tower is dead, now here you're safe, and that's so much less control.
Right.
So this is why you want to be keeping this tower alive. And if you need to stay mid the entire game to keep this tower alive, good for you.
Okay, so that's the ultimate goal basically.
Yeah.
Like ask the question if they can keep the mid tower alive, then swap.
So usually, especially when I'm playing with friends, because if I'm playing in solo queue, I mean not I don't, it depends, but sometimes people are losing their mind because they cannot be playing silence. But usually when I have the opportunity to explain, I'm usually saying, oh, you're in ADC on 0-5, can you keep the tower alive? And if he says no, I'm like, yeah, but you're staying bot then.
Yeah.
And he's gonna cry the entire game, and I'm like, yeah, sure, you should have not lost lane.
True.
Right, so yeah, don't die. That's your only goal. Right now you have your 2v1. Your goal is to not die. Yeah, this is your goal is not to do this.
Yeah.
So it's very simple. Okay. Right now you're what is called weak-sided. Weak side means your team is not close to you.
Mm-hmm.
And when your team is not close to you, the enemy team's goal is to kill you.
Basically, yeah.
This is everything that you have to do. So when you look at the entire enemy team and the point of view of the enemy team, oh, they are doing Herald. We can't do anything about it. What can we do instead? Oh, there is a free kill here.
Yeah, true.
Okay,
And he's
so
pushing no reason, so
exactly. So here is what I would have done instead. I would have AFK'd here.
yeah.
I would have
Well,
not
even
shown
like
on this wave.
okay,
No, because if Briar and Nautilus are here, they're just gonna go like this, and you're dead. Your goal right now is not to die, because you're getting this. You AFKing in this bush, you even get XP. What do you want more? Do you want more gold? But you're already having more gold. Like you're getting winning this, you're winning this. Like they're pressuring tower. Like what do you want more? Your goal is just not to die. So yes, you AFK in this bush. And if you don't have this ward, you AFK here or here. Till someone shows on the map.
yeah,
Now, if Nautilus and Case are showing here, then now you can do something. And try to set up a ward and try to push. But if they don't, you need to assume that they are like ambushing you here or waiting here or whatever, and they're just looking to pressure you.
yeah, because I'm just off the team.
Exactly. And the longest you stay here and people are trying to kill you, and you don't die, the longest they're gonna try, and also the longest your team is gonna do stuff.
Right. Yeah, I'm giving them all the time.
Yes. You not dying here, like look at this, right? If Nautilus didn't do this step back, you were dead. Because if Nautilus, instead of doing this, because you also knew he was here, if Nautilus did this instead, you are 100% dead.
Probably, yeah.
Yep. And he should turn right now. He still has time. He still has time. Well, now it's become and you're dead. Because you're asking, hey, kill me, please. I'm here.
Yeah, true.
Right. Let's see. You go back from base. You push this. You push that. Very bad ward. And you probably die again. Oh, never mind. There is a fight here. Okay. So there is 2 people dead. Okay, so now you can push, definitely. The reason why I'm saying this ward is bad is because this ward is better. There is no reason for you to play this ward, because if there is a reason for you to place this ward, then you placing this ward is scary.
Yeah.
So you don't place it at all. You just respect and group if you cannot pushing that far. If you can push that far, then it means that you can push, then place the ward. And if you can place the ward, then you can hit the tower.
Yeah, as far as you can, basically.
Yeah, as far as you can without dying. Look at this vision, like it doesn't give you anything.
Yeah, true.
And this is the moment where you definitely want to have a ping, because you ping this, ward this, and now you're unkillable because you have full vision here.
Yeah.
Because like right now, you're just hitting the tower, hoping no one is gonna come for you. But that's like 5 out of 5, like you have 50% chance of just dying randomly.
Yeah, true.
And I can assure you that this, like you dying here, is gonna happen every game. Okay, so now you're going mid. Where are you going mid?
I don't know, maybe to have more impact on the map.
Well, the issue is that I don't know. That's the issue. If you have a reason about going mid, I'm fine with that, even if the reason is shit. I just want to have a reason because you don't autopilot. If you're autopiloting, that's a very big issue.
Yeah, I think going bot here was better because the Atacon is spawning.
I mean, regardless, bot is better because you're gonna lose the wave. So you
Right.
want to be pushing, and then once you have pushed as far as you can, now you rotate, and now someone in the enemy team is gonna have to get this wave, or they're gonna lose farm. If they're gonna lose farm, then you rotate. I mean, you're like okay, you push, and then you back off safely, like around here, and then they react, and then you move, because you know they're reacting. Because if you push the wave here and then you go here, oh, there are 4 people here.
Yeah.
So if they're all fighting here, you can just move instantly. But if they're not moving and you don't know where they are, that you're not allowed to do this.
Right.
Because, oh, I'm face checking this bush, kill me. 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 Like you have 4 times that you're asking to be killed,
Yeah. True.
right?
Yeah.
So that's why you want to be pushing, then wait for someone to answer this, and then rotate. And also, you need to be pushing. You need to constantly thinking: is the support and ADC in lane? If they are not, you need to respect. If they are, is my laner here? If they are, yes, now you can do stuff.
Yeah.
Because
then
if the
they're
jungler goes on
automatic.
you, then now you can just leave because you know everywhere. Where is everyone?
Right.
Right. Yeah. I don't mind this ward. That's just like I don't see the point of not placing it here.
Yeah. True.
Yep. You take the farm, and then I would definitely not hit the tower. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, that's Renekton moments.
Okay, so here is one thing that you need to think about. Whenever you're a mid laner and you're against top laner, you're basically losing 100% of the time. So this is true for you, but this is true for the enemy as well. So who is going to defend this?
Yeah, Ekko maybe.
Yeah, but Ekko cannot be 1v1ing the top laner because he's a top laner and he's going to lose. Which
True.
means that as long as you're keeping Renekton here, you're probably going to be winning the other side.
Yeah.
So that's good for you because you're not dying, but someone might die here, right?
Yeah.
Look at how much pressure he's putting. He's 1v3. I mean, I guess he's dying, but he's 1v3, and now one person is dead. It's a 1-for-1, basically.
Yeah.
That's why. All right, let's see what you did. Okay, so you're catching the wave. I would push one more, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I would always look for farm. Like, fighting is so useless. Like, it's completely useless. Like, you kill someone, you get 300 gold, that's 2 waves. And that's less XP of 2 waves. It's completely useless to fight.
Yeah, but it does give the opportunity to push mid.
What opportunity? It also gives them the opportunity to kill you.
True. It was too early to say here, but maybe, yeah, I understand.
Because, like, okay, so the issue about just fighting randomly when there is no one inside lane, so, like, this is fighting without reasons. Okay, so here there are 2 tops. So, fine, you can fight this. I don't mind, because they are 2 top. Did you fight this because they were 2 top?
No, I thought that because
I know, and the
mid.
reason why I know this is because you start moving, but you didn't know. You didn't know. I mean, you could have assumed that Kesa was recalling or something, but your ADC is in base right now. So this, like, the ADC not being here is like, okay, you don't have any info because, like, there could be 3 here and you're only 2 going right now.
True.
So this is. There is, yeah. So maybe you're scared of keeping the push. Then you rotate, and that's fine, but that's not to kill them.
This is like mid game, I think, maybe late, and I find it hard to like decide what is the best play statistically.
Well, the best play is having farm.
More gold.
Yes.
It's the best play is always gold. Basically.
Yes, the best play is always gold. Now, it doesn't always mean more gold for you. Because let's say that you get 1,000 gold and the enemy team is getting 4,000. Well, now that's bad. So it's all, but when as a team you get more gold, it's better, yes. Like, maybe there is like a few arguments, but yeah, there are a few arguments on why should things are not always, but it's like 95% of the cases, and the 5% remaining is something that is not gonna happen like below challenger. Because if I want briefly to explain to you what I'm thinking is, okay, so you're getting the Drake, you're getting gold. That's great. They are giving the Drake to set up vision, and now they're playing a 2-lane setup, and now they have prio while you don't. So they gave gold and objectives to now pressure in the map. But that's never gonna happen basically, because that's like competitive type of macro, and that's not gonna happen in solo queue.
All right.
So you shouldn't be
Usually.
caring about this.
Yeah.
So usually when you're getting more gold, you're basically winning. Because like, okay, so let's say you do one move that gives you a bonus of 500 gold.
Mm-hmm.
You do that 4 times, you're 2,000 gold ahead. That's unplayable for them.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not, maybe, okay, so let's say 2,000 is not that big of a deal, but you do 4 moves that are 4,000, that gives you 1,000 gold. Now you're 4,000 gold, they can FF. Game is over.
Right.
I mean, realistically, you can still fuck up, right? But at this point, if you have that much of a lead, it's about you fucking up that them winning the game. There are like a very few arguments. Like for example, if they have like Kale, Smolder, Kassadin, and whatever, right? But majority of the cases, if you have more gold, you're basically winning.
Yeah, because you have more resources.
Yeah, exactly. And you having more resources means that you can have even more resources, which means that you can win through objectives, or you can win through them having to face check everything. The jungler is going to be suffering because you're going to just get everything on the jungler. The jungler is not going to be able to farm. After 10 minutes, he is going to have farmed 3 camps, and your jungler is going to have 20 camps. And now his jungler is level 10, and your jungler is level 14, and GG.
Yeah, true.
So yes, I don't mind this. Everyone is dead. I don't mind this either. Yep, get the tower. That's good. Oh, I would have suicided for this tower.
Yeah, tier 2 is amazing.
Just die right now. They're getting Drake. There is not a single objective that they can do right now. Like the Nash is in 1 minute, you would be up after dying. The Drake is already taken because they are taking it right now. You have no reason not to die for this tower.
Yeah, true. And it's like 675 gold, I think.
It's 750 plus 50 gold per person, which means it's 1,000 gold.
Is it 50? What, really?
Yes. It's 50 global and 750 local.
Oh.
Or
wow.
maybe it's just 7 and plus 50 for the local.
I thought it was 675.
Okay, it's very simple to know. It's very, very simple to know. Oh, they're making it hard for me.
Yeah.
Where are the gold showing? I guess
It's
the
not
gold
showing.
are not showing for some reasons. No, I'm not gonna calculate it.
No.
No. Alright, yeah, I would decide for this tower, regardless. Except if you have a big shot on you, but it's not the case. Oh,
Yeah.
but I would have had this though. Because right now you're recalling while your team is basically dying in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's not even about you wanting to fight this thing, it's more about you helping your teammate not inting. Yeah, I mean they're still winning, but you're kind of trolling. I mean, to be completely honest, like this game you could have been AFK, would have still won.
Yeah, true.
Alright. But I think we saw a few things that were interesting. This is also why I'm saying the person could, like, you could have a laner that is AFK, doesn't matter. Like, basically, you always have things to look at. Okay. So, first thing, before I start, do you have any questions?
No. I made some notes.
Okay, that's great. So, the first thing is definitely laning phase. You have, I think, fundamental you fundamentally don't understand why Yasuo is so strong in lane.
Hmm?
So Yasuo is strong from level 1. From level 1, which means he starts. At least in range matchup. So you'll have to investigate yourself if you E start against middies.
Mm-hmm.
But against range, I can tell you.
Yeah.
You start E every single game. Freezing. And yeah, freezing is especially like no autopilot, please.
Yeah, that's a big problem for me.
I mean, it's a big problem for everyone, to be fair, but yes,
Yeah.
it is a big problem for you. And maybe like the objective thing, right? The objective that your goal is just not to let your opponent go to the objective before you, but apart from
Hmm?
that, don't give prio for no reason.
Yeah.
So be there for the objective. So you hover, but you don't
Yeah.
have to commit, because if you commit now, you're losing something else. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the second thing is side laning. Side lane. I really need to have something to write because I can't be keeping doing this. In the side lane, first of all, recognize weak side. Recognize weak side. Okay. And play accordingly. So do you need me to re-say what you need to do when you're weak sided?
Oh, weak side. You mean like when the whole team is on the other side?
Yes. And
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you need to
Yeah.
do
Okay.
is AFK.
Yeah.
By AFK, I'm just meaning like don't die. Basically, if you need to basically not play the game to staying alive, you do it. So you're like AFK in the bush, staring at
Yeah.
your minimap, and as soon as you see like 4 people, you're free to walk up. But
Yeah.
before this, you're not allowed to even show, because if you don't show, the enemy team is gonna be like, oh, maybe he's gonna be here.
Right.
So you not showing is actually giving you a lot of, like it's like you're playing against an Evelyn. You're gonna be so
Mm-hmm.
fucking scared for the entire game till she shows.
Yeah. True.
That's the same thing. It's just like not as strong as Evelyn, of course, but it's the
Right.
same concept.
Mm-hmm.
So recognize when you're weak-sided, and rotate and like I would just like prioritize farm. Prior to
Right.
farm. Stop fighting for no reason and just farm. Like right now, you had very, very good farm. You had 270 farm at 25 minutes. Very good.
Yeah.
Great job.
Now farmer's always pretty good actually. All my games. On
Yeah,
Yasuo.
that's not surprising. Yasuo is very good at farming. Now,
Yeah.
I think this game you could have had 290.
Yeah. Maybe 300.
Yeah, because you missed a lot of last hits.
True.
You were not in side lanes when there were like really easy wave to push.
Yeah.
You did take a few camps, but not that much. So yeah, I think you could have had like at least 30 CS more. And 30 CS more is like 1k gold.
Yeah. True.
Do you realize how like it's not 1k, it's like 300 more, oh no, 30 more times, I think it's 20 average. Yeah, 600 more.
Yeah, like 600.
Yeah. Which is still good.
Yeah. That's great.
Right. And yeah, I think this is like the two most important thing.
Yeah, and
But
no
like
when to swap
definitely
to
this.
bot.
Yeah. Swap to bot. But I mean, yeah, swapping to bot, yes, but I would not worry about this right now. But yeah, side lane after 14 minutes. If the mid lane can defend the tower, and also you can, if the defend, so if the, okay, I'm saying if the bot lane cannot defend the tower, you stay mid. That's incorrect.
Right.
Because if they cannot defend the tower, but you also cannot defend the tower, then you go bot because there is no point for you to stay main.
Yeah.
Right. And usually, as Yasuo, you're never going to be able to hold the tower because if the bot lane goes mid, you're not wave clearing, basically. So for you, it's usually going to be just after 14 minutes, just go bot.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to go bot right away, but just like try to find an opportunity to go bot.
Yeah.
Especially because at 15 minutes, there is the Herald spawning around 15 minutes. Which means that at this point, you kind of want to have at least the support in mid, which means that the ADC is probably going to be mid as well.
Yeah, because then they're 4 men, maybe.
Yep. And you're playing TP, so you definitely would want to be side laning with TP as well. Like, there is a lot of reason why you want to be side laning.
Yeah, it's a TP.
What is it?
I usually play Ignite.
Oh, you usually playing Knight. Why? Oh, you do
I
play
don't know.
Knight.
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
I like. I don't know. I
You
think.
have the strongest. You have the strongest champion in early game. Why would you want Ignite?
It's securing me a lot of kills.
Yes, but it's gonna secure you more farm if you have TP, and you're also not gonna default by losing the game, losing the lane because you have Ignite. Because if the enemy has TP and then resets on a cannon wave and he back TP back to lane, now you're stuck and you're losing a wave for free, and now you cannot play the game anymore because he's gonna be level 5 before you are, and now he's gonna engage you level 5 and you're gonna be level 4, and now you're gonna be losing half your health, and now your Ignite is not gonna save you.
Yeah, that's true.
And then in side lane, you can side lane correctly because you don't have TP, so you cannot be joining fights. And you can be making the argument that you would be killing more people in side lanes. And my answer would be yes, so what? Because you're still not going
Yeah,
to be
because
able
you
to be
cannot.
there on fights.
Yeah, that's the problem I had. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like,
Now you explain it
okay,
like this, it makes sense. Yeah. If
let's look at
you're,
it.
because you have to side
Yasuo.
lane.
Okay, so let's look at Yasuo. Okay. Yasuo, you play, people are playing Ignite. Okay, now let's look at Master Plus. Oh,
Yep.
that's as simple as this. TP is very difficult spell to use, but look at the win rate.
Yeah, it is a difficult spell. Yeah, it is.
It is difficult spell to use, but you just have to use it, and look guides on how to use it. That's it. And yes, you're gonna have way less success than if you were playing Ignite. But the same way that when you're like, I really like this example. You're playing Lux, and you're AFK farming the 6th first level. And then as soon as the wave arrives, you one shot the wave with ult and don't interact
Yeah.
ever. If that's your way of playing and you try to be aggressive once, you're going to be one shot and you're going to lose the game. And every time you try to play aggressive, you lose instantly the game. Now, is that the correct? Does that mean that is the correct choice to never play aggressive? No, it just means that you don't know how to play aggressive.
Right.
This is the same thing. You're gonna lose a lot of games because you don't have Ignite, but it doesn't mean that Ignite is weaker. It just means that you don't know how to play with teleport.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Right. Do you have any question for me?
Um. About the complete vault, no. I
Okay.
only have like one more question about duo queuing.
Mm-hmm.
I usually duo with a jungler as a mid laner.
Okay. What
But
do
a friend
you?
of mine,
Yeah, keep
who
going.
I
Keep going.
duo with a lot, he is way better on support. So, what do you think about sub and mid? Because we have a lot of impact on the map that way.
Okay. So here is my question. First of all, do you always play with the same person?
No, I play with like 4 persons, 3 maybe.
Okay. Is there a reason for this?
Um, I feel duo queue is easier because I can use comms.
Okay. So you're doing this for LP.
Yes.
Is that making you a better player?
No, but after the game, we usually review our game, what we did wrong, and
Okay,
I
that's
think
good. That's good.
we can reflect. Like I reflect on him, and he reflects on me, so we have like third view, you know.
Okay, so if you have a group of friends or whatever that you call it that are helping you to actually improve, then my question of is that making you a better player should be yes. Shouldn't be
Yeah,
no. Now,
true.
if the answer of it's not making me a better player, really no, the second question is why do you? And if the answer is just I like playing with him, I would say that's fine, but then your goal is to have fun, it's not to be a better player.
True. We'll just play normals then.
I mean, not necessarily. You can play rank, I don't care. The main reason why I don't care is because I don't think rank is. I mean, to me, rank is the learning mode of League.
Yeah, right.
So I would still play rank. But I always, I again, your LP don't matter. Because I can guarantee you that in 2 years, you're not going to remember that one game where you played bad and lost the game.
Yeah, right.
In 2 years, you would just be happy about where you are right now or unhappy about where you are right now because you're good or bad. This
Yeah,
is
it's
the
about
only
getting
thing
better,
that's
not
going to
not
happen.
getting LP.
Yes. So LP is basically useless. So yes, it feels bad to lose LP. It feels bad to me as well, don't worry. And
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that I know that you should not care about LP, but it's difficult to do, and I'm not managing to do it correctly. But I still know that it's the best thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because every time I tried to, like, at one point I was approaching Grandmaster. I was seeing the Grandmaster. And I was so stressed about losing every game that I just ended up having to quit mid lane and take a break because I was so stressed every game. I was literally almost crying at the end of the games when they were I was losing
I
and I
can
was making
understand that.
mistakes.
Just so much
So
pressure.
yes, so the less pressure you have on you on actually winning the game, and the more you're just gonna learn.
Yeah, true.
So the objective should not be I want to be diamond or I want to be master or I want to be any elo. The objective should be I want to play better, this or that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But again, that's very difficult to do.
It is very difficult.
But that's
Yeah.
still something that you can strive to do.
Yeah.
And also, a thing that I always say is be comfortable with failure. Because I can guarantee you that if you're looking to get challenger, you're gonna fail a shit ton. Because that's where the learning comes from.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Usually I'm really untiltable, but I am getting tilted when I have like 2 games in a row where my top lane goes AFK, and that's just annoying.
Yeah, I understand. Like I have the
Yeah.
same. I have a friend that tilts also when people are trolling. Usually, it doesn't affect me at all. The only moment where it does affect me is when someone is like inting my game or like my lane, or I cannot play correctly anymore. Because like if he's just inting his lane, I don't care. It's not my lane. I can just keep practicing my own lane and then I just FF in.
Yeah, right.
I don't care.
It's a
It's not my
win-win.
problem. Yeah, I'm just taking the opportunity of this game to play correctly, and this is a very good opportunity because now I can try dumb stuff and see if it works because the game is lost anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
Yeah, that
usually
seems
doesn't
legit.
affect me. The only
Make the
moment it
best of it.
affects me is just when the support decides to run mid, don't run down mid because mid is the shortest lane.
Yeah.
But if
So
someone
you
AFK,
basically,
yeah, I don't care.
yeah. So you basically say like it doesn't really matter which role your duo plays as long as
Yeah,
you
and
learn from it.
play the thing you enjoy the most. Be careful that when you're duoing, you're not more focused on your duo than on yourself, because it happens to me especially. So usually I don't like to duo that much, especially like I like to duo with someone that is very stable, like
Yeah.
like very very stable duo where we have 100 games together. Like this is like because we review with each other, we motivate each other, like and that makes us like play better in the long run. But I
Yeah.
would not like pick up a random person just to have him in calm. That's just so pointless.
Yeah, I can understand that. Just for the sake of duoing, yeah, I know.
Yeah. And I would also
Yeah,
not duo just for having LP because it's not how it works.
true.
Because when you are duo, you're against a duo, and the duo is more likely to be more comfortable with his duo than you're if you're picking a new duo every game.
Right.
And also the role doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't.
All right.
I mean, of course it does, but who cares? Because again, the issue, the goal is to improve. It's not to win the game that you have in front of you.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm saying it doesn't matter. Because
Yeah, it's fundamental.
yeah, if you improve enough to be a challenger player, the fact that your duo is a jungler, a top laner, and EDC doesn't matter. You're still gonna win the game.
Yeah, right.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, it's clear. I have 6 things written down for me to improve on right now.
That's
So,
great. Okay. What I can tell you is try to take. How many games do you play per day, in
um,
average?
to be completely honest, I'm not really sure.
Do
It's
you?
it's depending on the day. Like,
Yeah, but I don't care. Like it's more like, do you play like 2, 3 games a day, or do you play like 10 games a day, or do you play 1 game a week
no, like from 3 till like 7 max
per week or per day?
per day.
Okay, so you play quite a lot. Okay, so then see you in 7 days, or between 7 and 10 days. Try to implement what we did, and then come back to me in 7 to 10 days, and then we can look at it again.
Right. Will do.
All right. Good luck in your learning,
Yeah, thank you very much.
and yeah, bye bye.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later then. All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye
Take care,
bye.
Zeb.